Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to the broadcast. I am Lisa L. Yeomans and today we are on part 2 of Are You in Alignment? And are you in alignment? When I'm speaking about alignment, what I'm asking is, are the thoughts that you're thinking, the words that you're speaking, and the actions that you're taking, are they in alignment with each other? Because when those three things are out of alignment, we find ourselves in chaos and confusion. We find ourselves not knowing which direction to take, not knowing what we should do, not knowing who we should connect with. So those three things must be in alignment. And today we're on part 3, and I'm talking about your actions being in alignment with the words that you're speaking and the thoughts that you're thinking. And we should be thinking thoughts of abundance, prosperity. I talked about that in part 1. When you have the proper mindset, you will produce a prosperous outcome. And the abundance prosperity mindset says that there's always more than enough. The abundance prosperity says that it's there for me, even though I may not have it in my hand right now, but the thing that I desire is available for me. So we must have a mindset of abundance prosperity. And then our words must be in alignment with the thoughts that we're thinking. The words that we're speaking must be in alignment with the thoughts that we're thinking in our minds. And we have to be careful with what it is that we're speaking out of our mouth, because the words that we're speaking out of our mouth become thoughts in our mind, and we're planting thoughts within our mind. And we know that life and death are in the power of the tongue. And we speak things. We can either speak fear, we can either speak faith into our situations. So when we're speaking, when we're allowing words to come out of our mouth, we must be careful, because those words do become seeds in our minds. We hear what it is that we're speaking, just like we hear other people speaking things. We hear the words that are coming out of our mouth. So we have to be careful that we're not planting fear and doubt and unbelief in our mind with the words that we're saying. And then once we align our mind and our speech together, then our actions must be in alignment with those things. So your actions must lead you to your desired outcome. And the way that your action will lead you to your desired outcome is that your actions are in alignment or in agreement with your thoughts and the words that you're speaking out of your mouth. And I always like to say, and we always hear that our actions speak louder than our words. And I believe that our actions really reflect the thoughts that we think in our mind, because we do go in the direction of our thoughts. Even though we may be speaking one thing and we see people speaking one thing, but they're doing another thing. We see people speaking that this is what they want, but the actions that they're taking are not in alignment with the things that they're speaking out of their mouth. But for more often than not, those actions that they're taking are in alignment with the thoughts within their mind. Because if your thoughts are focused on one thing, those are the actions that you're going to be taking, regardless of what it is that you're speaking out of your mouth. And sometimes your words and your thoughts can be of an abundance prosperity, or they can be in alignment with each other. But sometimes if you allow fear to come in, if you allow doubt and unbelief to come in, then you won't take action. Or if you just don't know what to do, it'll stop you from taking the action steps that you need to take. So you need to build faith before you begin to take your actions. We know that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And I like to say that faith is believing that you have what you say you have, or have what you desire, even though you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't smell it, you can't feel it. You're not experiencing that in the present moment. But because you have faith, you believe that you have it. Even though you have to take some steps, even though you have to walk it out, even though you have to work at it, even though you have to invest some time and some effort into it, you already believe that it's available to you, and that allows you to go after it. Also, we walk by faith and not by sight. And when I'm talking about alignment, I'm saying that your mind has to be in alignment with your words that you're speaking and the actions that you're taking, not necessarily in what it is that you're seeing. Because when you're walking by faith, and when you have the vision for your life, and when you're speaking those words and speaking things that are that are not in existence at this particular point. You're speaking them into existence. It surpasses what it is you see. So you're seeing one thing, but you believing for another. So you must have faith in order to walk it out. You must have the proper mindset in order to walk it out. You must begin to speak the proper words in order to walk it out. So you walk by faith and not by sight. When you're aligning your words, your thoughts, and your actions together. And also, when we're talking about our actions, faith without works is dead. So you can have the mindset, you can have the words, but if you don't take actions, none of the things that you're believing for, none of the things that you desire, none of the things that you hope for will ever come to pass or manifest in your life, because you must put in some work. And work is action. Work is effort. You must put in some type of work in order to manifest the thing that you desire in your life. But before we get to the work, you have to make sure that you have the proper mindset, so you would know what to do. You would know the right thing that you should be doing according to the desire that you have, according to the vision that you see for yourself, according to that thing that you say you want. So your mindset must be in a proper place, which is the mindset of abundance, prosperity, and the words that you're speaking must be words that are giving faith into your life, into your situation, and giving life into your situation, in order for your actions to fall suit with those things. So your actions, you can't continue to speak one thing and do one thing, or think one thing and do another thing. They all must be in alignment with each other, because for the most part, if you have someone that's thinking abundance, prosperity, and they're speaking abundance, prosperity, those are the type of actions that they're going to be taking. They're going to be taking faith-filled actions. They're going to move out even though they can't see at that particular moment what it is that they desire. They can't see it with their natural eyes. But because they're walking by faith, they can see it through faith, and they believe that they have it through the faith that they possess. So your mind, I like to say your mind, your mouth, and your movement must be in alignment with each other. And that part number 1, you can go back and watch part 1 and 2 on the replay. I use the example of a car being in alignment, the tires on a car being in alignment. Of course, you want to go straight, and you want to be going on a straight path in your car. But if your tires are out of alignment, it's going to cause you to veer off course, or go into another lane, or maybe go off the road altogether. And that's our action. Let's say our actions are the tires on the car. So if your actions are out of alignment with the thoughts and the words, you're going to always veer off course. You're going to always be in a place that you don't need to be, according to what it is that you say you desire. So your actions must be in alignment with the other two, your mouth and your mindset. Your actions must be in alignment with those things, so that you can stay the course regardless of what happens, regardless of what comes up, regardless of what distraction comes up, regardless of what situation or circumstance, because sometimes there will be unforeseen situations or unforeseen circumstances. There may be a challenge that comes up against you, but because your actions will be in alignment with your mindset and your words, you will not veer off course, regardless of what happens. You would not veer off course. If everybody decides to go and turn left, and you know that you should be going straight, or you know that you should make a right turn, you're going to do that, because your actions are in alignment with your mindset and with the words that you're speaking. And your mindset and the words that you're speaking should be in alignment with the thing that you're going after. It should be in alignment with your purpose. Should be in alignment with the vision that you have for your life, or for any particular situation. So you're not going to be so easily swayed if someone comes in and say it's not going to work, or if someone comes in and try to question you, or if sometimes doubt, fear, and unbelief do present itself. But that doesn't mean that you have to fall victim to it. That doesn't mean that you have to choose to take on the doubt, the fear, and the unbelief, and stop going forward in what it is that you have set out to do. So your actions must be in alignment with those things so that you can stay the course, so that you can get to your desired outcome, so that you can manifest the things that you desire to have in your life. So again, you must have the proper mindset in order to produce a prosperous outcome, and that is the mindset of abundance, prosperity. And then your speech must be in alignment with the abundance, prosperity mindset. And in order for your actions to lead you to your desired outcome, they must be in alignment with your mindset and the words that you're speaking out of your mouth. Because you can't have a mindset of poverty, scarcity, and then you're going to be taking actions of abundance, prosperity. It's just not going to work, because you go in the direction of your thoughts. You go in the direction of the belief that you have on the inside of you. Yes, you can be speaking affirmations. You can be speaking things over your life, and not saying that those things won't come to pass, but as you begin to speak those things, you have to interrupt that pattern in your mindset. You have to shift that mindset to a mindset of abundance, prosperity. Because your thoughts, your actions are going to go where your thoughts are. If you think that everything is available to you, there are no limits for you, that you will accomplish anything that you try to accomplish. You're not concerned about obstacles. You're not concerned about challenges. You're not concerned about what everybody else is doing. Those are the actions that you're going to take. It's going to be displayed through your actions. And then you're going to speak it out of your mouth, regardless of how many other people are speaking against that. You're going to speak that out of your mouth. So when your thoughts, your words, and your actions agree, they will also bring about clarity. And it may take work, but it's worth working for. And sometimes we don't want to work for it, but you do have to put in the work. You do have to be committed. You do have to be intentional on shifting your mindset. You do have to be intentional concerning your speech. And I said yesterday, if you're not in a place, if this is something new to you, or you're going from one level to the next, or from one season to another season, you become accustomed of saying certain things or doing certain things. Sometimes you just have to be quiet until you're strengthened in that area enough that when you speak, you're going to speak life. When you speak, you're going to speak words of faith. When you speak, you're going to speak something different in your situation. When you speak, you're not going to speak from a situation or how good it was 10 years ago. You're going to speak newness into your life. Again, life and death are in the power of the tongue. The words that we speak have power. So you have to be careful, even if it means you have to be quiet for a while. And when we speak and we're rehearsing those words in our minds, so they become our thoughts. So if you can't speak life right now, it's just best not to speak at all until you're able to do it. Or like I gave the example yesterday, where I had to intentionally write down everything that I wanted to see in my life, where I wanted to be, who I wanted to become, and begin to speak those things so those could be seeds planted in my mind, and then align my action up with my mindset and my mouth, the words that were coming out of my mouth, so I can take proper actions to get to my desired outcome, to take proper actions to manifest the things that I want manifested in my life. So again, I want to thank you for joining me. Are you in alignment? Do your thoughts, your words, and your actions reflect each other? When you think a thought, is that thought the exact same thing that's coming out of your mouth? And then do your actions, are you taking on the actions of the words out of your mouth and the thoughts that you're thinking in your mind? Or another way I put it, are your mind, mouth, and movement, do they agree? Because if there is no agreement, there's chaos and confusion. And when these things are in alignment, we have clarity in our lives. So again, I want to thank you for joining me on this afternoon. You can visit my website at LisaLYomans.com. That's LEASE, LisaLYomans.com. While you're there, sign up to be a part of my email list, where I'm sending out weekly tips, strategies, and motivation to become the person that you were created to become, so that you can live and create the type of lifestyle that you truly desire to live. Also, you can pick up a copy of my book and workbook, What's Cramping Your Lifestyle from Limitations to a Life of Unlimited Possibilities. And one of the things I dealt with in the workbook concerning alignment was the mindset, and also taking actions was the mindset, and shifting our mindset into that prosperity mindset, so that we can produce prosperity in our lives. And you can also sign up for an evolution session with me, a coaching session, because we're always evolving, we're always developing. And sometimes we want things in our life, we see the vision for our life, we have a dream, we have a goal, but we as a person are not, we're not there. We don't have the capacity to receive it if it was dropped in our lap. We don't have the capacity to maintain it if we received it, or we're at a place where we're stuck in who we are. You know, we haven't evolved, we haven't grown, we haven't matured or developed in order to take the actions to go after the thing that we desire to get. So you can do one or three of those things at LisaLYeomans.com. That's LeaseLYeomans.com. Again, thank you for joining me. I am Lisa L. Yeomans. Until the next time, everyone, stop standing on the edge of your greatness. Goodbye and God bless.